Welcome back to World of Immersion. Today we are going to be giving our 5-year prediction for Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm is a very cool park in Southern California with a ton of incredible rides, but what does the future hold for this park? Stay tuned and find out. But before we start today's video, be sure to check out all of our other content on the channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss when we have brand new videos from all of your favorite theme parks across the country. Also, make sure to check out all of our brand new merch. The link is in the description below. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Recently, we just uploaded videos for Six Flags Magic Mountain and Universal Studios Hollywood, giving our full thoughts on their next 5 years and what the future holds for those parks, so be sure to check out those videos if you haven't already. But for Knott's Berry Farm, before we start with the next 5 years, let's take a look back at what they have built in the last 5 years. Starting off back in 2019, we had the brand new refurbishment of Bigfoot Rapids into Calico River Rapids, a much better ride in my opinion, with some incredible theming and one of the best river rapids out there. Then in 2020, due to the pandemic, we did not have anything, unfortunately. However, in 2021, we got Knott's Berry Tales, and Wipeout returned next to Hang Time as well. That flat ride was brought back, but Knott's Berry Tales was a brand new renovation of the former dark ride in its place, Voyage to the Iron Reef, and I think that Knott's Berry Tales is a significantly better ride. It's a lot of fun, it's a great ride for kids, and the interactivity is really fun. However, next in 2022, we also did not get anything, so that was another gap year for them. However, in 2023, we are going to be having Montezuma's Revenge reopen with a brand new launch system, as well as a randomized launch, and a brand new refurbishment of the entire Fiesta Village area. However, that was everything that's happened in the last 5 years leading up to 2023. But let's now look at what's going to be happening from 2024 all the way till 2028. So starting off in 2024, I have a bold prediction, and I think that we are going to see Accelerator reopen, however with a brand new launch system. I think similar to what they're doing over at Top Thrill Dragster, except I don't think they're going to extend the layout here at this one. I think they're just going to be replacing the hydraulic launch with an LSM. I think there's definitely enough space for them to do it on the launch track. I know it's a little bit short, but it's not that crazy tall of a ride, so I think it would be possible. And while it would suck to see the hydraulic launch leave, that launch is a ton of fun. It's really forceful. It would be nice to see Accelerator reopen, which is why I feel like they're definitely going to do this. I think they would rather have Accelerator reopen with a much more consistent launch rather than no launch at all. So that is my prediction for 2024. However, next in 2025, I think this is finally the year that we are going to see the very heavily rumored B&M Hyper come to the park. This ride, the plans were leaked a little while ago, and then those plans turned out to be fake, and then there were new plans leaked. However, I feel like it is finally time for Knott's Berry Farm to get that B&M Hyper. I don't think it's going to be a Giga, unfortunately. I don't think Knott's even has the space for that. However, I definitely do think it's going to be a B&M Hyper. And I think along with this, we're going to see an entire refurbishment of all of Ghost Town. They've been going through the park and refurbishing each land one by one. However, Ghost Town is the one land that has not been refurbished yet, and I think it is finally time. I think they're going to possibly expand Ghost Town a little bit, especially with the new B&M Hyper. I think they're going to expand it a little bit so that the ride can have its station inside of Ghost Town. I think this would be super cool. I think Ghost Town is an incredible land, but it definitely could use a little bit of a refurbishment. It is getting a little bit old. And adding some extra sections to Ghost Town, maybe having like a new Ghost Town section, would be really cool, and I think it's just great for Knott's Berry Farm to get this B&M Hyper. It would be that standout flagship attraction. While it may not be the best coaster in the park, I think Ghost Rider will still hold that title for quite a while. I think it will do phenomenally with the public. The general public loves huge standout attractions, and it'll just be such an eye-catcher for the park. They really need that standout attraction that everybody goes there for, and right now that's Ghost Rider. However, Ghost Rider is just a wooden coaster, so they really do need that huge standout, really tall attraction. Then in 2026, I think we're not going to see anything, especially after having such a huge B&M Hyper come to the park the year before. I think Knott's is definitely going to take a break year. They are not anywhere near Cedar Fair's biggest park, and while they are one of the most popular Cedar Fair parks, I don't think they're going to be investing into the park a ton in the next 5 years. So that's why I think the B&M Hyper is actually the only coaster. However, like I said, in 2026, I don't think we're going to see anything come to the park, not even any other rides. However, I think it's very possible that we'll see some general refurbishments everywhere in the park. Like they close the log ride every once in a while for a general refurbishment, maybe something along the lines of that with some of the other rides. Maybe a little bit of retracking on Ghost Rider because that ride will be getting a little bit old since its last retracking. But like I said, other than that, I don't think we'll see anything besides minor improvements to the park. However, in 2027, I am predicting that they are going to be adding a new modern dark ride in Ghost Town. Ghost Town really needs a dark ride, especially in the section of the park near Ghost Rider. On that side of the park, there's not a single dark ride, and I feel like Knott's is going to start focusing more on dark rides. They're going to want to appeal more to families, especially after adding an investment like a B&M Hyper, which is going to appeal almost solely to teenagers and older adults. I think they're going to want to add something especially for families and kids. So opening a modern dark ride, maybe something like a trackless dark ride, I know it would be very expensive. It's not really something Cedar Fair usually does. However, Knott's Berry Farm is a very different park than most Cedar Fair parks. They have a lot of dark rides and very incredible theming around the park. So I think adding some sort of dark ride into Ghost Town would be incredible and really make this park stand out from some other parks in SoCal. However, then in 2028, I don't think we're actually going to see anything in the dry park. However, what I think we are definitely going to see is an expansion to Soak City. It will have been a long time since the last expansion to Soak City. I cannot remember actually the last time that we got something brand new at Soak City. However, I think that this is going to finally be the year in 2028. Soak City very desperately needs some more slides. It is one of the smaller water parks out there, and I think really what they could see at being added is a water coaster. Water coasters are incredible. They are some of my favorite types of water slides, and I think Soak City could really benefit from having a water coaster. I think it will be a fantastic investment to the park and really bring some new life into Soak City after not receiving much for the last 10 years. However, that is going to do it for my predictions for what is going to be happening in the next 5 years at Knott's Berry Farm. If you have any other ideas of what could be happening in the parks, make sure to comment that down below in the comment section below, as well as comment if you think that I'm right or wrong about my predictions. I know I can sometimes be very off on these predictions. I have gotten them right in the past. However, sometimes I'm completely wrong. So be sure to comment down below if I've missed anything or if you're skeptical of my predictions. Thank you so much for watching today's video, but before you go, be sure to check out all of our other videos where we predict the next 5 years at other parks. Like I said, we have Universal Studios Hollywood up on the channel, as well as Six Flags Magic Mountain, and be sure to comment down below the next park you want to see us do in this series. Thank you so much for watching World of Immersion today, and we'll catch you in the next video.